Hey Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I thought I would share with you guys Dragon Ethics. Now, I recently received a message in the Hatchling clan from one of you guys asking me about Dragon Ethics, and I sent you screenshots and I just kind of felt like this would be a really good video topic. You totally inspired this video, mister. But yeah, I have all of these Dragon Ethics written down in my rough draft book of shadows from the book Mystical Dragon Magick by DJ Conway, and in case any of you guys are interested. And I have what's actually like the actual Draconic Ethic, and then I have like little bullet points breaking it down just so I can like explain it a little better. Because they are kind of riddly. Dragons tend to only speak in riddles, so there's that. Number 1, the first ethic is little seen gets more done. So spend less time talking and more time doing. So what this means is like, don't brag about you're a witch and you do this and you do that and you're all about this life, you know what I mean? Don't say, oh, I'm gonna cast this spell, oh, I'm gonna cast that spell, oh, I'm gonna do this ritual and that ritual. Yeah, no, don't do that. It's better when you do it first and then talk about your experience. Because when you just say you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that and you wanna do this and that and then just base your practice off of that, like, when you talk about it less, you're gonna get more done. Number 2 is look for the truth in the heart of hearts. So the personal dragon center is within you and is called the hidden dragon heart. You can always find the truth there with the help of your dragon teachers. So you can always find the heart of hearts, the hidden dragon heart within you, to find your truth. And with the help of your dragon guardians, you can get there. Don't be concerned with what others think. So everybody's truth is going to be different because we are all different human beings. And it's very important to stress this because we are very individual beings. I'm gonna wait for my toilet to stop. I'm gonna wait for it to shut up. We're all individual beings and we all have our own way of thinking and operating. Therefore, our individual truths are going to be unique and different, just like us. So if someone says that you're not true or you're, being dumb, or if that's not real, like don't listen to them. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And at the end of the day, it's just about how you feel about you. Number 3, a lie burns both the liar and the silent listener. So if you know of a lie, don't hesitate to speak up. So if someone is telling a lie or is lying to someone or is even just trying to be deceitful or manipulative, and you know this and you're quiet and let it happen, then it burns you too. It hurts you too and it affects you as well, unless you stand up and speak about it. So if you see some shady shit happening, don't be afraid to open your mouth, because we should speak the truth even if our voice shakes. So number 4, be true to the responsibility of the balance. Keep balance at any cost, for if the balance is lost, destruction throughout the multiverse would ensue. So what this means is that if we were to lose balance with the rest of the world and the rest of the other worlds throughout the multiverse, the universe, it would affect every single reality, because the balance needs to be maintained and is very, not necessarily fragile, but just like, if it's not maintained, then chaos will happen, obviously. And right now, humankind is kind of headed for doing not so awesome things, and we're slowly throwing the earth out of balance by literally like raping her of all of her beautiful resources that she has to offer us, and we just take and take and take and take and take from her. And if we keep doing that, we're going to throw it out of balance. So it's very important that we become aware of how we're treating our planet, because without our planet, we don't have a place to live. We will die without Mother Earth. So it's good to wake up and realize that we need to help keep the balance of this planet. Number 5 is silence and magic both are needed. The best magicians work quietly without anyone knowing. And I struggle with this one because I have a YouTube channel. Like, maybe for you guys, like, you don't have to worry about that, but like, I personally believe that when magic is casted with the intention of sharing with others, that is the only exception to this rule. However, when I'm working with magic myself, most of that I won't share with you guys, because that's for me, you know what I mean? Like, all my videos that I make of spells to cast, I either find in books or I create them based off of my personal practice. So I don't share my actual rituals with you guys. I very much create a version with the intention of sharing with you guys, because that way, like, it's already in the intention. It's not like I'm sharing something with you that was supposed to be personal and private, if that makes sense. So the same goes for you guys. Like, if you are going to cast a spell, or if you guys are going to perform magic, it is best done without anyone knowing. Number 6, honor your elders, for they carry important ancient knowledge. Elders are valuable for their first-hand knowledge of many things. So I know that, like, the whole respect your elders thing isn't really fun sometimes to deal with, and you know, I'm sure many of us little ones are rolling our eyes right now, thinking of our grandparents or something like that. But honestly, like, at the end of the day, they've been here for much longer than us, sometimes even twice, 3 to 4 times as long as we have been alive. And it's good to honor their hands-on experience, because a lot of wisdom comes from hands-on experience, and a lot of personal growth comes from hands-on experience, and you can't just get that from going to college or reading a book or anything like that. You have to be put in the situation to learn. And so that's why I think it's really important to value what our elders have to say. Number 7 is evil gives no forewarning and no pause for relief. Negativity will never announce itself. Negativity will never follow any code of ethics but its own. These ethics will never be positive or the same twice in a row. So basically what this means is that if you look at light, love and light, it's very orderly, it's very positive, it's very structured and has ethics, and it's very just organized, it's for lack of a better word. But negativity is very much the opposite of that. Not necessarily like good and evil, but like light and dark, like night and day, yin and yang. Like, they're complements to each other, yet they oppose each other entirely. And when it comes to negativity, it has no structure, it has no ethics, it has no code of conduct, it's just chaos. So it's gonna be random and out of control almost all of the time, and it'll never be the same once. And if someone's doing evil things, or someone's doing, negative things, then more likely than not, it's going to be chaotic, and depending on how they go about it, it might not be the same way every time, because negativity is just kind of out of control. Number 8, dignity speaks well of a messenger. It takes self-control to maintain poise and dignity in the face of hostility. The messenger learns how to use the ability to detach emotions. Through intuition, the messenger learns who can hear the plain truth, or who needs rose-colored glasses. So this is really, really, really important, especially when it comes to those of you who are in the broom closet, who want to talk to your parents about being a witch, or who may feel like it's necessary to talk to your parents about being a witch. When you bring that message to them, hey guys, hey mom and dad, I practice witchcraft. When you bring that message to them, if they freak out at you and become hostile at you and start saying, oh, you're gonna go to hell, or like, oh, that's devil worship, or all these crazy things, it will speak numbers of you if you can keep yourself calm and collected while they freak out, because that shows them that you are responsible, that you're mature enough to handle this, and that you know what you're talking about. And when you're in these situations with your parents, and you know, any situation really, but I'm just using that as an example. But when you do this and you take a moment to detach yourself from the situation and look at it from an objective perspective, like a third-person perspective, like you're watching a movie almost, you realize that you need to detach yourself from these angry feelings, like, how dare they say that about me, they don't know. Like, you need to detach yourself from that and step away and acknowledge that you feel hurt, you feel angry, you're scared, or whatever. You need to acknowledge that and then respond. Don't react. Don't be just like, well, fuck you, that's reacting. Instead, responding, be like, stop, listen, hear what they have to say, and be like, well, actually, in a very calm manner, mind you, well, actually, witchcraft is just the act of raising energy from the earth or yourself or the heavens above you to direct with your will, and it really has nothing to do with the devil at all. It has nothing to do with Satanism or any of that. There you go. You know, it's good to stay calm and collected, and it's good to know who can hear the full truth and who needs it to be a little sugar-coated, because some people just aren't ready to hear that. Some people just aren't ready to, you know, hear that, like, oh, maybe this world is a lot more than you realize, and we've been lied to our whole lives about it. It's just good to know who can hear the truth and who needs rose-colored glasses. So number 9 is you color your own light. And I really love this one because my whole life, my family has really like tried to put me in a box. They're like, oh, you must do this, you must do that. And like when I was born, my siblings were 13 and 14 years old. So I pretty much grew up with 4 parents, and I was always pulled in different directions like my whole life. And it's really been hard for me to learn how to be myself or to color my own light. And people who can see auras can see the real you very easily. So for example, my boyfriend, he actually can see auras. And it's not something that he actively practices, it's just something that has kind of been a gift to him. And he's very, very good at picking up on people's auras if they radiate a certain way. Like sometimes he struggles because, like I said, he doesn't like actively practice his ability, but like he definitely can see people's auras, and it's very obvious for him sometimes, especially when he meets new people and they might be a little negative or they might be a little like really positive or something like that. Like he can pretty much tell their aura. So all hidden emotions and intentions leak into a person's aura. So someone who's going to be more versed and more practiced in like seeing auras, I'm really not good at that. I have been successful a few times, but it's just not my forte. Someone who is very good at reading auras will be able to see your emotions in the form of colors around you, and will be able to see your intentions leaking through your aura. And if you have ill intentions, they're going to come up as darker colors. If you have positive intentions, they're going to come up as brighter colors. And intuition will tell what path a fellow magician follows, black, white, or gray. So using your intuition, it is very important to do this when working with the craft, especially when you're working with others, because you can tell their intentions, and sometimes magicians or practitioners of the craft will not have the best intentions at heart. And it's good to be aware of how to find out someone's intentions, or how to like pick up on those vibrations using your intuition, because it can really save you in the long run. And last but not least, we have what happens to one stone reflects on all. So this means that everything in the multiverse is connected to the web of life. Everything is alive and connected. So this essentially means we are all one, and what we do onto one person will affect everybody, even if it's very, very minor. If you've heard of the Mandela effect, like say you kill a butterfly and then this happens and that happens and that happens, and the next thing you know, we have an entirely new reality, and you never even knew that, because that's how it works. Surprise. I don't know very much about that, so feel free to correct me in the comments. But it's kind of that idea, like everything is connected and we are all one. Therefore, if I hurt you, I hurt myself, if that makes sense. Anything that happens about one world will affect all others. So this means, again, like one thing that happens here is going to affect all the worlds around us. What do I mean by this? I mean the fairy realm, the astral realm, the underworld, the other world. All of these different universes in the multiverse, in the universe, will be affected by what happens here, and vice versa. We will be affected by what happens there, no matter how subtly. And that's probably why a lot of the mythical creatures and a lot of spirits aren't too fond of working with humans, because of how much we're destroying this world, how much we're negatively impacting this world, because it is actually affecting the entire universe, believe it or not. Energy, positive or negative, will return to you in some way. So if you say, I love you to someone, then most likely you'll hear I love you back. Most likely it will be returned to you. But if you say, I hate you, fuck you, probably you'll hear the same thing back. So when you put your positive intentions out into the universe, you're more than likely going to get them back, and vice versa with negative energy. And we never know the complete results of something we do. And this is something very important to be aware of in magic, because when we cast a spell, when we do something like that, when we put, fuck the toilet, fuck the toilet, fuck the toilet, fuck the toilet. When we cast a spell, when we do a magical working, when we make a wish, when we do any of that, we never know the complete result of what we do, because it will affect, again, it'll affect all the different worlds, no matter how subtly it may be, no matter how great the effect may be. We may not know how it affects another. And that's just the way of life, and that's why I feel like it's best to put out positive energy, because I feel like when we put out positive energy, maybe we don't know who we're affecting in a positive way, and I feel like that's much better than the opposite, than putting out negative energy and affecting someone in a negative way. So those are the Draconic Ethics I have for you out of my Book of Shadows. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's from Mystical Dragon Magick by DJ Conway, but if it's not, it's definitely from a website I found online, and if I can like remember for sure if it is a website, I'll definitely link it in the description box down below. I apologize, I do not remember the exact location of where I got this information, but like I said, I've had this written in my Book of Shadows for a few years now, so I apologize for not having the source, but that's why I figured I'd share it with you guys. If you guys are aware of where I got this, I'm pretty sure it's by I'm pretty sure it's in the book Mystical Dragon Magick by DJ Conway. But in case it's not and you know where this came from, please leave a comment section below. Please leave a comment in the section below and leave a link if you can find one. Is there anything else I want to tell you? No, I think that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment section below and let me know. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your day with me. It really means the world to me. And thank you so much to the Hatchling who inspired this video by asking me about Draconic Ethics. So shout out to you, my friend. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day, but sending you guys endless love and positive vibes today. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky little hatchlings. Blessed be and bye!